It's the real estate show. We've come to sell DR.
Am I still on? Welcome aboard. Well, it's not all about the Sosua raids. Haven't done a live show in a little while. We're going to hit that and some other things. And buckle up and welcome aboard. Happy Friday to you. I say that because last week I was caught in a week of Saturdays before I realized what happened. Monday, I woke up and I operated just like it was Saturday. I don't know why. I just let it roll. I didn't force my way out of thinking that it was Saturday. And then Tuesday, woke up, feels like Saturday again. I'm in my Saturday routine. I have a Monday to Friday routine, then I have a separate Saturday routine, and then I have a separate Sunday routine. It's not much of a routine. It's just it's a headspace. So Wednesday, I forced myself to realize that I was not in Saturday, and then realized, how shitty must your life be when you wake up every day thinking and operating and feeling like it's Saturday? Well, welcome to my world, where I very seldom know what day it is anyway, but when I think it's Saturday, and today it's Friday for me. Tomorrow's Saturday, and I haven't been drinking all that much, but tonight I'm going to have some Friday night drinks. And then Saturday I'm going to look for races and sporting events that don't exist because it's actually Thursday. Well, today's Wednesday, right? But today, I declare today Friday. So happy Friday to you. I am your host, Jim Fannin. This is what Sosua looked like just after sunset last Friday. And Fridays, I like to go down and get my hair cut. I've been bald for months, but by choice. So now that I've got hair again, it'll be a Friday night stop for me. And then I usually hang out and have a couple beers with my boy Blade. If he's not cutting hair and it's low season, so it's kind of slow, then we jump on a couple lawn chairs out front and kick back and have a couple beers and hack darts and listen to music. I love it. So today, I have a new video breaking. I've been resisting the Sosua police raids video because, well, everyone's doing one, and you know me, motivated as I am to do very little, especially when it comes to live broadcasting. Now, give me a radio station, dude. I'm there. It's a whole different ball game. But when doing what I do here, it's how many? I got 13 people watching, so it's not like the old 50,000 gigabyte blowtorch or whatever, 50,000 watt 610 CKTB broadcaster. Anyway, I have a video that's breaking tonight think it's set to go at 7:30 premiere on YouTube. And this is basic. Is this it, or is this just raw footage? This is just raw footage here, but I do have a show where I narrate and I talk about what's going on. But you know me, I tend to go to grok. So as you look at the Friday night footage here, I'm just going to give you a little sample about what grok thinks is going on. There's my boy Blade. I should leave it so that I can see what I'm actually broadcasting. Kid's been working out. Look at the... Jesus. Handsome kid. What was I doing? Oh, I'm going to read you what grok thinks. I'm just going to... I had some bright idea of production here. What was I going to do? I forgot. I was going to show you this. No. So this is Friday night out front of Blade's place. And I think this video might run for like 4 or 5 minutes. It's just this shot. There's no one. There's no girls. There's no chicas. There's no... Until you see the lights and the sirens, and I didn't record that part, but then they all go running down the street to try and escape. So... Yeah, happy Friday to you. The recent police raids in Sosúa, Dominican Republic, as part of Operation Atlantico, have sparked varied reactions and raised complex issues about enforcement, local economy, and social dynamics. Launched in July 2025, the operation targets pimping, commercial sexual exploitation, human trafficking, and migrant smuggling, with a focus on Sosúa's nightlife. Context of the raids. Led by the Dominican Public Ministry, involved 29 raids across nightclubs, bars, and boarding houses, resulting in the arrests of dozens, including sex workers, foreigners, establishment employees. Authorities seized 12 boarding houses and found 174 women, including 7 minors and 22 men, along with weapons and evidence. The operation aims to curb illegal activities and restore order to Sosúa, the tourist town known for its nightlife, but also criticized for its association with sex tourism. A new special prosecutor's office was established to oversee ongoing investigations into these crimes. And then they cover the positive aspects, which is combating exploitation, the government commitment, and the tourism image, and criticisms and concerns, the economic impact or potential, legality of prostitution, because it's not explicitly illegal in the Dominican Republic, allegations of abuse, reports of police misconduct, including the use of pepper spray. Reports of pepper spray? Okay, I believe when I see it. Root causes ignored. Critics argue that the raids focus on symptoms rather than addressing poverty and lack of opportunity, which may drive many into sex work. I mean, is that the convenient crutch that you use without tackling these underlying issues? Yes, root causes are most definitely where you want to be focusing the solution. Having said that, there is a surface level that needs to be treated as well. So what chicken egg, I don't know. I'm going to cut and paste this, put it in the comments, or you could just grok search. Why am I even here? If I'm just going to read you what grok thinks. So I've got more for you than that, because I did a little, I think it's a 20-minute show. Sasquatch on YouTube. What up? Let's see if this will work. It appears that it has worked. So as I just completely plagiarized grok and put it here, I will go back. I thought I was going to have some energy to kind of bring you a show and have some fun and stuff, but now that I got the headphones on and the lights are on and oh, well, you can't see, the sweat is just rolling. Oh, before that, though, let me tell you about a story. Talk about the cost of living in Dominican Republic. These Oakley glasses I bought in Canada before I left. They're not cheap. They weren't cheap, let's say. But they're very minimalistic. Rachel Hill Campbell at Personal Optical sold them to me. They're nice. I'm kind of like, my sunglasses are Oakley. I only wear the 5 squared. And so I broke these glasses. So when I got around to taking them in about a year and a half later, because my glasses, they weren't progressive like the new lenses that I have here that I paid $120 for, American, down here. So when I broke them, sat on them, I didn't rush out. I was in no hurry to really get them fixed because I needed an eye test, so I got my eyes retested. And I went for the progressive lenses, and they put them in here. And when I took these in and said, "Can you fix these?" They said, "Yeah." And I said, "How much?" And they said, "No charge." I says, "A pardon?" "No charge." I was so surprised. So I got progressive lenses in these. I got the new Oakley O-Matter frame glasses that I got before I even knew that I could fix these. I just figured they were pooched. But it's got like they're going to fall apart again, and they have since. See the bottom of it? It's got like a nylon, what do you call it? A rope or a support. It's just plastic, and it goes all the way around the bottom. So when I sit on them, the lenses pop out, and I got to take it back in there. It breaks the piece. The first time I went in, the girl said, "Well, I don't have the parts here. I can get them." And I said, "How much?" And she said, "No cost." I says, "A pardon?" "Huh? Otra vez." So anyways, I'm a returning client, customer, blah, blah, blah. But the other day, I took them in, and I was not surprised when the young boy that looks after me at the counter there's 2 employees that are there on a regular basis, but it's either the young kid or the girl that I've been dealing with for years there. As I restart this, so just give you a little bit more footage. Yeah, no cost, no charge. The weatherman said no change, no charge. Okay, so I threw him 200 pesos just to, maybe buy some lunch. It does buy lunch down here, actually. $2.25 gets you a couple pieces of fried chicken and moro with the guandules, moro de guandules, and a little side salad. And for $2.50 you get a piece of avocado too. By the way, I always thought these fine ladies were working without pimps. Many of them do, but some of it's organized again. I guess I don't really get into. I don't have any knowledge of that stuff. I did pay for one prostitute in my life, though. I still haven't paid for sex. There's this one girl that used to hang around the bar. Like when I first got down here, I was drinking at Moshe's a little bit. It's downtown. It's a good place to people watch, and the drinks were a little expensive. But when I first got down here, that's where I hung out. It was high season, and there was lots of action. I met a lot of people down there and stuff. And the bartender, I can't remember her name, but one of her friends used to come in all the time, and she got to sit hanging out. I think I bought her a beer one day or something, not thinking much of it. I guess if I had a thought about it, I guess she's a street girl, a lady of the, what do you call it? They make appointments, love appointments. So anyway, I said, I'm out of here. I'm going down to the beach. She says, "Oh, can I come with you?" I said, "Sure, come on, whatever." I grabbed a 6-pack and went down to the beach and had a swim and came back up. And I think I bought her some dry clothes or something like that. We walked back to my house, and she's, we're having a couple beers, and she's like, getting ready to leave or whatever. She's like, "You owe me 3,000 pesos. Or 3,000? Yeah, 3,000 pesos. I'm like, "What?" Yeah, not only do I not pay for sex, I don't pay for friendship. I bought the beer. I thought you just came to hang out. No, you got to pay for my time. Well, that hasn't happened since. But I paid. I paid more, actually, because, long story, you don't need to hear that, but my good friends know the long story, how and why I had to get that girl out of my house quickly to avoid a hassle later. So anyway, I don't play that game. I don't know the life. I don't know really anything about the politics of this town. I stay out of it. I don't have a take down here. I'm just going to read Grok's statements to you and then do a little show about other people's opinions so that I don't have... I'm too obsessed with politics back home to care what goes on here. Now, if they start changing the laws for real estate agents, I'll take a mild interest in it because it affects my life, my way of living, my income. But this, I mean, there's Tinder. They're all over the place. If you want a girl, you can find it. You don't have to meet them on the street. See them on the street, at least you get a better look at them and stuff. But it's not my world, so I don't care. As long as it doesn't cause a huge recession in Sosua, which I don't think is going to happen, or property values to crash, which I don't think is going to happen. Even if it does, there's no crashing of the property values in this country. When your property values crash, ours go flat. That's it. So I'm going to play you a little thing because I'm overheating. Maybe I got time to jump in the shower while this thing plays. It's like a fake live, but trust me, things are fine. It's a little quiet downtown because the girls are gone. But everything's going to be fine. And you know what? If we get fewer, what do they call them? Passport bros? Is that a correct term? Passport bros? Is that the bros that come looking for sex? If we get less of those guys, they're not buying houses. So who cares? Yeah, it's going to affect the bottom line of some businesses downtown, maybe. But we got other things that are buoying our rental industry down here, like, I don't know, Trump pissing off every single Canadian that's dumping their properties in Arizona and Florida and testing the waters in Dominican Republic, because in Mexico, in Colombia, in Costa Rica, in Panama, you can only stay 6 months. And if you overstay your visa, not like Sosua, very seldom do people get picked up in Sosua for overstaying their visa and get squeezed for cash. All you do is you pay on the way out. So for me, being here 4 years, when I leave, it costs me $400 or $500 American to leave. At the airport, they charge you by debit only. You can't pay by cash anymore. So that's what you used to be able to go down and get a passport stamp to get around the fee. That's not doable anymore. So, but my point is that they don't pick you up and put you in jail. They don't typically squeeze you for money. I don't travel with my passport, so there's no way for me to prove on the street how long I've been here. But it's not normal that they pick up expats or, well, tourists don't apply because your visa's 90 days, and then every day over your visa, you have to pay an overstay fee. And then you can come right back. In those other countries I mentioned, if you get caught, picked up on the street overstaying your visa, not only are you deported, you can't come back at all. So if you think you're going to retire in a place like Colombia or Mexico or Costa Rica or Panama, and you're going to live there 12 months a year, no, you're not. Not comfortably. No bueno. And that's why the Dominican market, specifically North Coast, specifically Sosua, Puerto Plata, Cabarete, whatever, even Las Terrenas and Samana, whatever, I all consider that North Coast. Las Terrenas still on the North Coast, even though it's down the east end of the island. Still small town North Coast. We don't get hurricanes here. They do get them on the south and east sides. But on the North Shore, because we've got some high Caribbean peaks here, mountain peaks, I mean, it just pushes them away. So they might bump into us, but normally they get pushed north. So we're lucky here. So anyway, I'm more than a little overheated. Yay. I should give you a nice full screen of me, eh? And stop, just letting you watch this and just put me full screen so you can, count the drips of perspiration on my face. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Is this the show? Oh, I still got... The producer didn't even shut the music down. He just turned the mixer down, so he took a shortcut. So that's still playing. And I think this is... Oh, maybe I'm not going to be able to... Oh, no, this isn't the deep cut. This is the cut here.
All right, so
And it seemed to pick up in a weird spot. Like, I didn't broadcast this live, as you get the double Jimmy effect here. Nobody needs that. Me narrating over myself. No, that's not cool. Maybe I should stop the recording here. What's this one say? Yeah, I can do a second part here, right? So this one is 16 minutes. So yeah, I should be able to have a quick shower, and come out and stop this one before we do a fake live here. So make sure this is up, make sure this is out. And this is my take and other people's take on what has been going on down in Sosúa. Again, you'll hear me say I'm not much of the sensationalist. I don't do chica videos. I don't talk to the passport bureaus, if that's what they're called. I mean, I talk to them. I don't talk to them with these shows. That's not who my clients are. My clients are people that want to leave where they're living and are interested in buying or renting, mostly buying. I've got one rental. I can't tell you. I do take lots of requests for rentals, and I will refer them out to people depending on what you want and where you want to be. No problem. I have a little studio here. It's $550 a month. It's rented a great deal at a time. But if you give me a few months' notice, I can squeeze you in there. And right now I have October, November, and December open in that $550, fully furnished, a bed. It's got a nice desk and a place to eat, and a full kitchen, fully furnished, 2,000 channels, high-speed internet. You do have to pay the electricity, but $550 a month, long term, goes for $44 a night. And I'm flexible on that, but that's the Airbnb rate. And so if you want to do a deal direct with me, $550 plus electricity, and your electricity is going to be, if you used the air conditioning 24/7, it probably cost you, I don't know, $60, something like that, maybe, because it's it's 32 and a half meters, so about 350 square feet, but completely nice and loaded, got a laundry machine in it, blah 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 blah. This is where you come to listen to me get sidetracked. So, oh yeah, welcome back to the live. I haven't done a live in a long time. So I'm going to flip this to here, and then I'm going to let it roll, and I'm going to come back fresh as like a newborn bunny.
All right, so I don't want to leave you out, but you know that this channel is not for the sensational. You know, I don't do night walks downtown or videos of chicas or anything like that. So welcome back, and you're welcome for me foregoing my normal music introduction, my radio show type intro. This was filmed on Friday evening. Well, I've been bald for 6 months by choice, but normally Fridays, weekly or bi-weekly, I head down to my barbershop. DJ Blade is my boy, and he gives me a little trim, and we hang out and talk. And so on this Friday night, I wasn't going down for a haircut. I was going down to hang out with my boy Blade. So we had a few beers out front of the barbershop, and on the way there, just after sunset, I got this footage. And this is after 10 days of police raids and, what do you call it? Arrests, I suppose, of the chicas. And I guess some Johns or customers got scooped up in this too. I don't have first-hand knowledge of that, but I'm hearing that not only are they looking for the chicas that may or may not be residents of Dominican Republic. That doesn't really matter. They want to get rid of all the chicas, so they're bussing them out But there have been stories, anecdotal and secondhand, at least for me, from expats talking about getting squeezed for immigration overstays. So if you get caught up in this mess and the cops say to you, let me see your passport, and you can't produce it or prove that you've only been here for under the 90-day visa, then they're going to try and squeeze you for money. So I don't know that for sure, but we're going to go through some opinions and accounts and video footage of what's going on down here. I will start out by saying, I don't care. I really don't care. I am a Sosua guy. I was fine the way it was, and I'll be fine if they clean it up. I think Sosua is not doomed to being a ghost town because they've clamped down on the chicas, and prostitution is not illegal, but certainly child trafficking is, and drugs are illegal. I can't control it. I'm not political down here, at least not in the Dominican local sense. I stay out of politics. There's a little footage of one of the clamatos here, and one of the ones I bought a couple Heinekens for myself and a couple Presidente lights for my friend Blade. And I'm still addicted to the politics back home, but down here, it's not my country. I feel grateful being a guest, and I feel grateful that I have generous hosts, loving, generous, friendly, helpful hosts. All the Dominicans and Haitians that I encounter down here are just beautiful people. You know what I mean? It's just like everywhere else. I mean, you do get some bad apples, but for the most part, I love it here. And you can see this video is playing. This is real time. And this is probably around, 8 o'clock, 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. And there's very little traffic. And of course, you don't see many girls walking around at all. So yes, the police raids have been going on. Yes, there's been mild confusion as far as who is getting caught up on this. But if you're like me and you don't play around with the chicas and you don't hang around downtown at night, you have nothing to worry about. This is only in the core, only in the downtown core. But I mean, I was down there Friday night for a few hours. We were walking around, beers in hand, and no problems. So a couple points. The police force that was local to Sosua has been replaced completely. So the police force that was local, I guess I'm repeating myself, to Sosua has been transferred out to the adjoining towns, Cabarete, Puerto Plata, Sabaneta, wherever. So they're bringing in their own guys for this. So, you'll hear some of the gringos saying, oh, yeah, well, the girls will be back tomorrow. I don't think so. If you think that this is a publicity stunt, this is, political pandering, I would think again. From everything that I see, these people, the government, are very serious about making changes in Sosua and what they consider to be positive changes. So, again, if you think this is just a PR or a political stunt, I think you're wrong. Okay? If you think that Sosua is just going to go back to, chicas everywhere like it was, sorry. I don't support that line of thinking. I think you are incorrect. But anyways, let's scroll along here. I guess I didn't take much more video. But this is just an example of like how quiet it has become. Now, also, it's low season. So that is something you need to take into consideration as well, because everyone's at home. It's summer. They're all back in their homelands. And come September, that'll all change again. So I did a little bit of I got broke agent news I need to get to. Let's see if I can crop this correctly. Let's see if this works better. Yeah, this is I'm just scrolling the feed a little bit on Facebook. I know it's kind of content theft, but I don't care. So I don't have a strong opinion one way or another here. Can I put my camera up? Video. Oh, no, not on this shot. Display capture, video capture. That one's all up. How come I'm not in there? In there. Oh, I turned my camera off for. Okay, so yeah, I had a video meeting earlier and I turned my camera off. So okay, let's just do this. I'll just crop it and not try and do video production on the fly and make my camera work because it is turned on, but it's not displaying. Let me get a good crop here. Okay, here we go. So Bruce Ryan. Operation Atlantico is a series of high-stakes joint forces police operations that have been targeting organized crime, human trafficking, and prostitution. Over 500 officers and 35 prosecutors stormed bars, nightclubs, restaurants, and boarding houses in the heart of downtown Sosúa. According to the public ministry, over 100 sex workers, bar owners, and employees of raided establishments. I'm reading this incorrectly. On the first night of the raids. The operation also rescued 174 women, including 6 minors, 22 male victims from trafficking networks. The objective of the Dominican government is to reestablish Sosúa as a family-friendly, man, my lips are not working. The objective of the Dominican government is to reestablish Sosúa as a family-friendly tourist destination rather than the nightclub hotspot. Holy mother, I'm sorry. Anyway, you get the drift. Let me see. Do I have Fama here? Yeah. Fama chirps in. You know I'm a big fan of Mario Fama. So let's see what he's got to say.
My fellow Patagonians, it's your boy Mario Fama, aka Soy Blanco, pero no soy banco. Salud. So it was funny, I was just talking to my business partner. If you guys know, I'm part owner of a law firm here. And we were just talking about what happened yesterday with the Procuraduría. So I don't know if you guys know, but like the head Procuradora, the Dominican Republic is a woman. And then the head of police is also a woman. And they were here yesterday putting Fiscalia here in Sosúa. Now, you know, I'm an expat just like you guys. We're expats. We can all assume. We can say we know, we don't know what happened. Que lo que, con que lo que. But I was talking to my business partner, and I said, you know, the gringos here, they don't believe that this is going to get cleaned up right now. And he actually bursted out laughing. He said, you got 2 top women running the law in this country right now. And they put a Procuraduría in the middle of Sosúa, especially for this. Ya se acabó la vaina. Now, I could be wrong. He could be wrong. We could be wrong. But I would say our chances of being wrong on this one are probably about 7 to 10%.
All right, so there's Fama, Mario Fama. You probably know him as Mario Dragos on Facebook. Reporting live from Playa Alicia. He's got some good insights. He's been here a long time. He knows the culture, grew up in it. You know, with the Dominicans in New York City.
It means that pretty much 90% chance at least that this shit is a wrap. So that's what it is. Stay fresh this Sunday.
Stay fresh this Sunday. The kid's got fucking moxie, man. I like that kid. He's no kid, but you get what I'm saying. So I have stayed away from this type of video, right? Because again, I'm not for the cheap clicks. I should be. It would benefit my channel a great deal, but it's not. I never wanted my channel to be that, right? And but many others have no problems using the sensational clips. Educated Travelers does a lot of stuff down here. You can see a lot of his stuff. Here's one from yesterday, July 26th, 21:55. Say no. Let me see. Is this what kind of cut do I have here? Massimo Guglielmi. Massimo Guglielmi. Say no to degradation tourism. Sosúa deserves better. This is posted in Everything Sosúa, Dominican Republic, which is a public group. So I'm not, stepping out of line with personal information here or whatever. Sosúa has long been associated with prostitution and drugs, a reputation that brought nothing but decay and poverty. Now, with the government finally enforcing a zero-tolerance policy, real change is possible. Yes, some bars are empty, and some complain, but a city cannot thrive on degradation. That kind of tourism builds nothing. It destroys. Sosúa is rich in beauty, beaches, oceans, rivers, hills, history. It's time to reclaim it. For families, for healthy tourism, for a dignified future. Let's bring Sosúa back to life. So these are personal photos posted by this fine gentleman who I've never met. Made some weird, putting up personal photos of this guy, but this is downtown Sosúa. Okay, so this is, I think this is right at the entrance to, the city entrance to the beach. Is this the city square? Is this Casa Coco right here? The eatery? Is this where you turn right to go down to the beach? I'm sorry, the beginning of Pedro Casante. Is this the convention center and casino? Yes, it is. So, and it's Father's Day yesterday, Dominican Father's Day. And so this was take back the streets kind of thing, I guess. Anyways, there was activities planned and whatnot. And so, thank you, Massimo. Sorry, I guess I gotta change my view. This is horrible. This is not a good bit. This is not good TV, Jim. I'm trying to show you different sized screens, so it's maybe it's just time for me to get out of here. Educated traveler. Did I have something else I wanted to show you? I mean, do I need to show you raid videos of you? Oh, okay. So this is important. This is what Mario was talking about. Saskia B. Deconte. Sorry, I don't want to mix up that one. This is a friend of mine's friend from Canada. I haven't met this lady yet, but she runs a real estate office. Yenny Bernice, the Attorney General of the Dominican Republic, to attend the ceremony in person together with the ministries of police. So this stuff is going off, and I'm okay with it.
Antes de salir el mes de julio, la Fiscalía Especial de Sosúa estará inaugurada.
So what they're opening a police station down here, I guess. Is that what they call a Fiscalía? Or just a processing center or a jail or whatever? I should know what Fiscalía means. So anyway, that's my attempt at calming your fears about what's going on in Sosúa. You don't have anything to worry about. I think it's all for the best. So, my name is Jim Fannin. This is for AI, who will do the transcript of this 16-minute video. That's a good time of video, I guess. My name's Jim Fannin. I'm the host of Buying Dominican Republic and the Jim Fannin Show occasionally. I'm not doing much politics anymore, but I've been known to step out here and there when I'm feeling frisky. Peace, love, hug your neighbor, and I am out.
That's how you do a fake broadcast, a fake live broadcast again. So, thanks for staying with me. And I got into on my way to the shower, I'm like, fresh like a newborn bunny? What? I need to broadcast more. That's where the genius comes from, when you're talking so much and just not filtering what's coming out of that pie hole of yours, that you come up with, I'll be right back, fresh as a newborn bunny. Okay. not so fresh, kind of slimy and ugh. Okay, I'm not that. I got some new drone footage too, just to give you a little taste on the way out. This is vacant land, downtown Sosúa. That is the casino building right beside it, like the convention center, everything. This should give you an idea. It's right next to the ocean and right in the center, the core. Maybe not the center of the core, but let's see if I can time this right. I'm going to show you exactly here. That's the lot, vacant land, and that is where it's at. I don't know. He wants $600K or something. Bring me an offer. It's a good sized piece of land. All the details are not with me at the moment because I don't have that video pulled up. But this is fresh drone footage of the location of this lot that's priced at $600K USD and is right down in the core. If you want to build something, it's a big enough lot to do many things. What's that? Play Alicia? Maybe I should be a little bit more well researched before I come out. And you know my favorite complex of mostly all of them. Got some new drone footage of this bad boy too. This is Caribe Campo in a way that you probably haven't seen it. That's an 80-foot pool and a nice waterfall at the end. I did not take the drone footage, so I'm not sure exactly who those people are. But my drone guy did have permission to fly, so one of my favorite spots, and you can still buy a one bedroom in here for, I don't know, 120. I got one on the third floor with a pool view and a distant view of the ocean for 120. Who knows? Bring me an offer. I got a couple 2 bedrooms starting at 109 and 129, but this is 121 units around 2 nice pools, gated, secure, quiet. And condo fees are $250 per meter per month, and that's how far it is to the beach. It's literally a 15-minute walk, and it's an interesting walk too. It's not through the countryside, but through downtown. There's always lots of locals and always lots going on. Don't be afeared. Be very, very afeared. That's another take. I said I want a shot that starts at the waterfall and then spins around and shows me the ocean. Done, says drone operator. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I asked for. I think I'll probably get a shorter one where it goes up faster and around quicker, but it's pretty good. So all this footage will be released so that you can steal it. I'm talking to you, realtors. Use it. I don't care. There's no way to stop it. If you're doing videos of stuff I care about and stealing my stuff, whether it's a sunset or whatever, I'd be happy to see it exploited and plagiarized. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. You guys are going back and forth. I'm not the debate guy. I'm not that guy. I don't care enough. I mean, I do care. I love my people. The Sosua natives and the Dominicans are great hosts, but I just don't care enough to get involved in debating the issues. I guess. So far not, anyway. Get some footage from Play Alicia, blah, blah, blah. This is all... Right now it's unreleased, but I'm going to have some, I mean, I did this for a reason, not just to release videos with no sound that show the beach, although I am releasing them just like that. Maybe I'll put some music to them, but some stupid copyright friendly YouTube music for those watching on my YouTube channels. Other than that, The only thing I have to complain about is the heat. It's so hot. It's not actually that hot. It's like 89 degrees. It's not the end of the world, but they don't call me 3-shirt Jimmy for nothing, because before noon I've worn 3 different colored shirts. Because I take one end and I turn it inside out and I let it dry, and then I put a dry one on and I soak that one. Because all you have to do is be walking around a little bit, and it's just like, well, look, I'm not even walking around. But I turn the fan down, otherwise it sounds like this. And you know what I'm like about background noises. Not down. So that's that. I got some new listings coming up too. Broke Agent. Oh, you got to check out Broke Agent. This is a bad crop. Ooh. Shout out to my boy Broke Agent. Sometimes I wear his gear out here. Check us out on the Fake Book over here. Buying Dominican Republic. Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm a horrible producer today. Oh, well, guess what? I'm live. The YouTube channel's probably the most active if you want like current listings and new stuff. If you're on my direct clients list, like you are laying in the weeds, your money's liquid and you're ready to go, then I call you before the video even breaks. And many of my deals get sold before they even hit the market. They might get advertised, but sometimes they're all but sold. I've got someone lined up. They haven't seen it yet. They make a trip down and they buy it. So if you want to be one of those guys, and you many girls, people that says, yeah, I don't know, I got $100,000 American. I'd like to put it into a little apartment that I can come to for a few months or a few weeks, a year, and then get a little bit of rental income in the other seat, you know, when I'm not there. That's where I'll put you. I'll put you in Caribe Campo or something similar to it. We've got all kinds of different options here. We've got Sosua Ocean Village. We've got condos and townhouses in there. They got some new stuff in there. Perla Marina's got a condo place. Encuentro on the Beach has got condos. You know, Hispaniola. It's all kinds of gated Infinity Blue on the beach. So there's more options than just Caribe Campo where I'm at, but I'm partial to this place because I love it. I live here, and there's also Monte Vista, but Monte Vista, although it's bigger and it's a little bit more active and lively and bumping on a Friday night, you go in there at 9 o'clock and there's like people bouncing and bumping tunes in the pool, and you don't get that here. That's not. It's more of a sort of like a resort vibe at Monte Vista, but I've got a nice 4-bedroom in there for $299. So there's all kinds of options. But if you said, hey, I got 100 and 120 America and I want to put it down on a little condo, I got you. Even as low as 75 or lower, depending on what it's sold for. But that'd get you like a 32.5 meter bachelor, what we call a studio here.
Mr. Anderson.
What up, Daryl on YouTube? Quincy, what up on YouTube?
But most of all, hello, Mr. Anderson.
Appreciate your input. Contact me directly, man, if you've got input. And yeah, I mean, I just bring you some stuff. I'm not bringing you much. I think, you know, I guess I am taking an opinion from the standpoint of I think it's for the better. So if there's two camps, I guess I am of the opinion of the ones that are not saying, well, this is going to kill Sosua. I'm not that guy. So I guess I do have an opinion. I could be wrong. But again, I'm not married to it. I don't know why. I just don't care. But I can't make myself. All right, so fam, that's it. So yeah, welcome to everyone that came into the Fresh as a Newborn Bunny edition of this show. I'm Jim Fannin. And that was a little bit about my takes on the police raids in Sosua and why you should not give a shit either. All right. Peace, love, hug your neighbor, and I am out.